What's going on, everybody? This is Eric of Covenant of Love. And, I just see a lot of really strange interpretations of the Bible. I finally bought some reading glasses because my eyes are going, which, guys like Mac, love pointing out. It is what it is. But so, I've been talking to you guys for a long, long time about the Old Testament, and especially within Genesis, of the many religions or sects within Genesis. So Aaronism, Jacobism, Isaacism, Abrahamism, Mosesism, right? Adamism. These are all different teachings. They're all different letters, they're letters, they're not books. So they put everything together and gave you a book. Again, my name is Eric, and I come here in the Covenant of Love, teaching prosperity, not through money, but through hard work and love. If you truly love one another, you're going to take the time to look into these things. We make it seem like, we could just go through whatever and just do whatever. So I thought it was apropos that I used Hebrews, because Paul is not an apostle, yet he holds 13 books. Today we have the Pope talking about allowing women into the priesthood. I don't care either way. All I'm trying to explain to you is that when you use a letter and you make it your life, and those that have given it to you have a brotherhood that sets it in stone. People have died for this. People have been imprisoned for this. They've wiped out tons of people over this. And again, I am nowhere near atheism. I am not an atheist in any way, shape, or form. What I'm trying to explain to you is that you're looking at the great change. The changing of the age is changing of a whole lot of other things, obviously. So I just wanted to go through this, and now that I can actually see again, because I was slightly in denial. I mean, getting old sucks. So, hey, Mac, you can kiss my ass. I notice you're doing a lot of religious stuff, and then you're not religious, but you're the only one teaching the greatness to all people. So I'm just going to use, let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to start with this. Again, my favorite book is Job, for those of you that know or care to know. So we're going to do, what is this? We're going to go to chapter 2 first, and we're going to go to the 14th paragraph. For as much as the children are partakers of the flesh and the blood, he also likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had power of death, that is the devil. Okay. So you're overcoming sacrifice. I'll put it that way. The devil has no power over death. Never has. Go back to Ecclesiastes. It's one of the greatest books on telling you where you should be at. Okay? No way, shape, or form are you going to go to hell in the Old Testament. There's no devil that you have not oppressors, but opposers. So I'm left-handed, rebellious, black sheep of my family. I can relate. But in no way did he ever have any power to overpower the great Creator, the universal principle of the Father. And I say the Father because there's there's a positive and a negative. It starts somewhere. That's not to, demote or change how great negative is. How much the woman, even though she becomes positive. I mean, these are, and we can get into this stuff later. I'd like to go over this real quick. So we're going to go to chapter 3, verse 5. And Moses verily was faithful in all his house as a servant. As a servant. I'm kidding, it's a joke. For a testimony of those things which were to be spoken after. So he's quoting Moses, which obviously Moses did not write the first 5 books because he died in one. Common sense, my friends. So then we get into like the 5th chapter, and it talks about the Aaronic priesthood, or Aaron's priesthood. Melchizedekan priesthood, the dullness of hearing, need for maturity, exhortation to maturity, description of Melchizedek, superiority of Melchizedek, the imperfection of Aaronic priesthood. I don't hear him even talking about Moses. Moses didn't have a priesthood, right? Is that what they're saying? So I've looked at some Hebrew works, stuff, and some of them say they can't find anything with the word Melchizedek in it. And if we do our homework and we start to work upon actually breaking down and understanding literature, the word, the living word, because the alphabet, when you start to actually decipher the Kabbalah, the tree of life, which there's a tree of life that goes upward and downward, and there's those that worship self, and there's those that worship a higher power. Then you add in all these other nuances with other individuals that believe that, from like a yogi type path or a theosophy type path, which it differentiates itself from Buddhists and those that just work with energy, like especially the Japanese, but they again have like a emperor of the sun type thing. I'm only going to read about the new covenant. This is all in Hebrews. Oh, there goes my computer. I just start talking normal stuff and bzzz. You guys should be able to hear it. I mean, my mic's super crazy good. Let's hope nothing gets burned out. I mean, Hebrews talks about Noah, Abraham, and Sarah. Definition of faith: Abel, Enoch, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Moses' parents, Moses, Joshua, and Rahab. Many other heroes of faith. This book goes into a lot of stuff, but he's not even an apostle by definition. Example of Christ's endurance. Oh, I can't take that one right now. Love in a social realm. Love in a religious realm. The conclusion. So, I think Hebrews has a very interesting stuff to get into. And I think it's worthy of your time. But if you really want to get into stuff, I do Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, right? What else? Job. Job is probably the oldest book here. Something I wanted to read you guys. 322. I'm not sure. It's in one of them. Let me see. It's important not to be a follower of man, I would hope, for most of you. I mean, that's what you guys are all trying to portray out here. Okay. So it's not in Matthew. I'm probably going to miss the book. It's been a while since I've been in here. I'll wait on it. It's about Calvary Hill, and the Skull Hill, and deciphering the meanings of words so that you understand that the crossbones and the skull have to do with time, and the X has to do with 24, and it has to do with Our Lady, the Great Lady in White. So let's get into it here. Let me see if I can get into this. So anyway, what's been happening to me recently? Here we go. It comes up right away. Is that there are individuals that are commenting on my channel, and they're commenting on my channel. But the crazy thing is, they're blocked. And not all of them are blocked. So I have two individuals, one that I'm very much at peace with. I think he's a wonderful person. I hope I'm not trying to tell him how to live. I'm not telling him who he is. I'm just giving him food for thought. That's it. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. If you have absolute knowledge, then you should be able to contemplate things. I don't think if you think you have the answer, then most likely you might want to contemplate just a little more. And then I have another individual that is posting all the time. As soon as he posted on somebody else's channel that I was already commenting on, boom, I can see everything that he does. And he, at this point, is not an aggressor or somebody that is negative towards me. While he is critiquing me, I'm understanding of such things. But this individual, certainly not. His videos are fucking heinous. Why he's here, I have no idea. How is it that he stays here? I have no idea. Back in the day when I started on AOL, they used to have these programs where you could do things on the channels. And if you guys know of this stuff, please let me know, because I need to protect myself. But they used to ghost. And I used to use the programs. I would, if somebody I didn't like was on there, I'd kick them off. And not necessarily out of spite or anything, just, it was kind of like fighting for control in a certain way, let's say. And these things absolutely honed my skills to be where I'm at today. And there were ups and downs. It was a lot of growing pains, obviously. AOL in itself was a giant growing pain. That's where I learned to have intuition, and people took me under their wing, and they helped me to understand. And some of it had to do with a lot of people that were talking about, I'm going to kill myself, and I was able, in the beginning, I was terrified. I didn't want anybody to kill themselves, and I wanted to help them. But then as time went on, they're like the trolls today. Everybody's looking for attention. And these things are important for all of us to really get an understanding of, because something you have to understand is that we're fighting people that don't want information out. Plain and simple. It's really that easy. Definitely being censored. I've shown it many times on here. It's easy to see. I mean, like, easy. If you have a lot of common sense and you're a researcher and you know how to look at small things, the minute nuances, the renaissance, the resonance, the renaissance of the things around you, and you see inaccuracies in these things, that's what you have to figure out. So this person right here, I mean, absolute nonsense. Complete, absolute nonsense. Take a peek. Give him 10 hits. I could give a fuck less, honestly. He is absolutely a false teacher. And you're surrounded by them. So when you have the guys, morning, I'm done showing you all this, and I've never made a mistake, and I'm godlike. And yet I have all the challenge videos. I have everything with that person. And I feel sorry for I love this person. Even through the death threats and the talking about my children. Not this fucking SOB. Because he's just a hardcore racist. I mean, I have no time for this nonsense. But, it's passion. At the end of the day, you guys would like to see all that, wouldn't you? Sadly, the really hardcore channels I used to like, that I used to like to talk to and try to figure out and see if I could get some type of conversation going. And so, look, I got rid of this one. People want this one. I don't really. I did it for, like I said, a small few. Not a lot. There are a lot. I could show you right now how there's absolutely not 50 comments showing, and this is my channel. I block who I block, but there's people on here conversing and saying a lot of things about me personally that I can't even talk back to. And I can't, let's see if I can do this. So, I do this because I'm smart enough to do it. So let's see if we can get this happening here. Because I want you to realize I'm not a liar. And that's really... got my new glasses on there. Okay. So can you guys see that? Let me see here. I want you to see Rock Christ right there? He's commenting on my channel. I have no way of seeing it. There's Venus Key. Venus Key. If I can't control the flow and keep, I'm not saying like Rock Christ definitely, but other people, if I can't have a say and control in what's going on, and these are people that I've given open avenue to comment as much as they want, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you, is that why are they taking away my ability to talk to people that I've openly conversed with? This person's making all sorts of comments on my channel. Don't I have the right to know what he's saying? How is it that somebody is completely blocked? Do I need to show you that he's blocked? He's blocked. I'll show you. I just want people to realize I'm being a truther. And every other day the stock on a truther goes down because somebody can do some little snippet. Let's see here. Do some snippet. There you go. So this is the video. Look, I am who I am. I'm as real can be, man. I'm here for you guys. I'm not going to be here forever, And look at Venus Key. I don't think people are just going to outright kill me. It depends who wins. There's a battle going on. So even though we all say, I'm not going to get into the detail, but listen, there's a real war going on for the mind, the consciousness of the mind, for what comes out of our mouths, for how we walk down the street with the computer, how everything's integrating into us, how every single day I see people literally on the freeways. This is their life. They literally will kill themselves just to have a chat. No common sense. There's no common sense anymore. It's as though those that have are getting more, and those that don't are falling asleep. And you can't tell me that the machine, and that's my son in the background on the violin, for all you people that are talking shit to me all the time about being you fucking mean guy, blah, blah, blah. Rock Christ is a piece of shit, total fucking liar, scumbag. He's the highest form of a troll because he thinks he has the God complex. And there's a lot of people on here that are misconstruing self for the God complex. Being in balance, breathing, and having the 7 chakras and aligning everything, you become a doctor. The highest level of a true martial artist, a person that embraces the complete knowledge of self and the building of the magnetism. Because it is magnetism. And Levi talks about this. Levi is I love all of Levi's books. You know, I don't know what they lose in the translation between French and what we have, but I wish I knew more. Isn't it time we wake up, be responsible, and even though you do yours and I do mine, we still can agree upon that we need to stop people abusing children? I mean, isn't that important? They don't need any extra rights. They need an education. They shouldn't even be talked about any of that shit till at least 10 or 11 or 12. At least 12 in my book. I'd say 13 at least. And the reason you have problems with kids is because nobody's with their kids. There are no parents. This is Communism 101. You destroy the family values, you separate them all, then they all dress the same. We're individuals with sovereign rights. This is a republic. This is Eric Trigg. And this stuff's out of love, man. It's out of love. And when you have nonsense, King Jesus, hydrogen Christ. I mean, just this alone is like here. It's all. There's no King Jesus. Okay, what's the Z? Where's the Z in the language? Yeshua. Instead of Jesus, or Joseph, or Joshua. I mean, I don't know what some of these people are thinking. But at the end of the day, this is me. This is my channel. Do I believe in Satan or the devil? No. No, I do not. I believe in the English language. It doesn't bear fruit. Do I think that there could be a dark entity on this planet? Sure, why not? Can't rule it out, can I? So the alpha fits into the omega. This is life. Alpha's male, number, and female, bet. Red, blue. Which, after that, comes out of her red. I could get into usury. I'm not going to get into usury. I've already put videos out on it. A lot of people talk a lot of hate towards people that are. A lot of people say Jewish like it's a race, but I'm just going to say the Jewish people as a whole did not come up with usury. And a lot of people chastise them for that. I put out a video here a long time ago, very clearly states where usury came from and what it's doing. Does the end justify the means? What is the whole game? This is stuff we can all get into. We can have a conversation, but it's got to be cordial, polite, and in some cases not not accusing people. This is not accusational. This is about a conversation. When people can have different beliefs and have a common ground to have a conversation, great things happen. So again, much love to all. This is the video. Let's see if it posts. Let's see if it even came out right, because I'm looking at the video and I'm like see-through in the corner. So we'll see what happens.